So, I won't write a political poem, okay? I mean, there's enough people doing that already. And I'm old and it's a young person's thing and I don't wear the bling of opinion as brightly as I used to. Maybe the fires don't burn as long and the songs don't sing as long as they used to. I'm happier writing about the quirky little peccadillos of the human condition rather than waging war of attrition on what's left of my sensibilities and the indispensabilities of what I consider right or wrong, so don't get me started, okay? I won't write a political poem because I've studied history, and it seems to me that her story is the way we should have travelled, because the whole thing unravelled when men took over the show. And all the world's major religions succumbed to the bros who thumb their noses at the sisters, treat them like hoes, and so it goes, and so it goes, and so it goes. Around and around and around till we end up with an aggro-misogynist clown who appoints himself minister for women and kicks the poor and oppressed women down but won't touch the big end of town, so don't get me started, okay? I mean, I shouldn't have to write a political poem because we had flower power and love-ins and Vietnam moratoriums and Gough Whitlam and Germaine Greer and the Berlin Wall fell, but still we career to hell in a handcart as the world gets hot under the collar as we follow the dollar till it disappears up the arse of some wallet that's bought a government that governs for the class of the wallet up whose arse the dollar disappears, so don't get me started, okay? Yeah. I mean, if I wrote a political poem, I'd probably call it The Esky and the Fridge, and it would go like this. Years ago, I was driving along in my Subaru, and I see this man crossing the road. He carried his life in an esky, blue, same as the sky but far more contained. Clutches the broken white plastic handle. And you can tell this life he struggles to hold could be snuffed out like a candle at any moment. He stands gaunt and forlorn in the middle of the sun-baked road, sweat running down his haggard face, staining his ragged shirt, heedless of little red men on traffic lights, or back or forward. His confusion indicates that direction is a concept that's let go of him. My life, by comparison, spills far beyond the stainless steel fridge in my kitchen, a gleaming treasure chest way bigger than me. Takes two men and a trolley to carry it, and that's when it's empty. My fridge, my life, teems with myriad meats and cheeses, fruit from exotic lands, organic green beans, $18 a kilo, ice cream and pastry, puff and phyllo, chocolate and imported beer. There's stuff back there. Half-eaten avocados, Granny Smith apples, Dick Smith jam, salami and ham that might be on the turn or I've forgotten about that'll get thrown out, though never the beer and chocolate. He has no back there, and I bet nothing ever gets thrown out. What's wrong with that man? Asked my 11-year-old daughter from the back seat of one of our air-conditioned Subarus as she looks up from her new iPad. And I want to tell her there's nothing wrong with him, darling. It's the world that's broken. But how do I explain the millions of starving and the obesity epidemic and a woman who makes $52 million a day while he carries his life in an esky? Can we give him something, she asks. We could give him everything, flashes through my brain. We could give him the money we spent on your new iPad, or, you know, the 32-inch flat screen TV sitting in the cupboard because your uncle gave us a 42-inch flat screen TV for Christmas because it had a good year. But interminable lectures about refugee camps and boats float over the heads of well-fed kids in comfy beds surrounded by safety and luxury and love. And as we stress and care about what dress she should wear and the quality of her education and which school she should attend, I think of Pakistan and men boarding school buses with death in their hearts and their hands, and how the trillions of dollars spent every year on war and weapons could provide all the basic needs of the world and still give that woman and others like her $1 million, say, a week. $52 million a year, which should sustain a reasonable standard of living. And I wonder about evolution as the world heats up and burns our lips on the common cup, and will the green revolution be too late and that my New Year's resolution is still to lose weight, and will anything ever change? I mean, what's it take? What the fuck can I do to make a difference? He comes into the emergency department a lot, my wife says, especially during the late shift in winter. I give him blankets and hot cups of tea and sweet biscuits and warm his hands with mine. I feel a hand on my arm. She always knew what I was thinking as she lays a voice on my heart, and I know that her words are meant for our daughter as well. We can't change the world or catch every little sparrow that falls from the sky, But we can take those opportunities the world provides every day to practice small acts of kindness. So be kind. Just kind. Sometimes that's all you can do. And it does make a difference to somebody. And I'm sorry, I guess I got started and this is a political poem, okay? So, years later, I was driving along in my Subaru. The sky was blue. The clouds were white, the grass was green when, bloody hell! I first caught sight of my bogan queen. She was standing on a rock at the Geelong Road lookout, sprouting from a stone like some stout cut-rate Excalibur. Her bogan king on one knee before her, proffering a ring held high, a beseeching look moistened his eye, and maybe they weren't as classy as Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, but they had a certain bogan je ne sais quoi that I could feel from the window of my passing car. She was clutching a can of Bundy rum, tum fully swollen with a bogan bun in the oven, fully pollinated from some prenuptial bogan lovin', and the smoke that curled in wisps from her winnie blue encircled her blonde streaked mullet too, caught the golden rays of sunlight behind her, defined her, enshrined her, cast an aura upon her like some angelic tawdry Audrey Hepburn-esque, ugg-booted tracky-dack, muffin-top flannelette, shirted up the duff bogan madar! Highway to hell, spewed from the red doors of a sandman paddle van, spiralling into the heavens, higher and higher, toward from the guttural gullets of the Bundy and amphetamine fuel, some celestial heavy metal fallen angel, wah! A strangely appropriate bogan love serenade, played above this kitsch pastiche. And it occurred to me this scene recurred through history and tales of love oft told, though minus the AC/DC, Bundy's, Winnies and flannelette. Romeo and Juliet, Tristan and Isolde, Scarlet and Red, Guinevere and Lancelot, Brangelina, Ike and Tina Turner. Well, rewind. Didn't he used to beat her? Arthur! This poem does not support domestic violence, so he is redacted from all future performances, but you get my drift. No matter what the circumstance or who the players are, the dance of love makes spirits lift even through windows of passing cars. And I thought of another day, at another lookout many years ago when the sky was blue as the sea far below. The clouds were white, the grass was green. When I knelt at the foot of my Celtic queen and offered her my soul, I offered her the whole of me. And though years have passed since she's been gone, the joy of her lives on, and in our daughter grown beautiful and tall. So I will not judge my bogan lovers as love judges not, but hovers just above us all and is all. It's all there is. Even bogans know this. Love is all there is.